Hello everybody, Rogue Fox here, and welcome back to another episode of Endergate. This is episode 2, and last episode we finished off in this area right here. I was trying to find a place to call home. I haven't officially found a place, but as you can tell, I am very settled in at the moment. We have a wheat farm growing over here, that's to feed our cows, and this little cow farm that we have. And then I also started a couple tree farms. We have some oak trees growing. We have some spruce over here, which sticks out like a sore thumb just because of the colors. But I was trying to get some wood all prepared for the builds that I want to do this season. Now, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do for the starter base. I thought of doing like a little base camp, which would be like a little tent. But I figured that would be that wouldn't be very safe with the creepers and all that stuff. I just wouldn't feel comfortable having all my chests out in the open like that, under like a big tent or something. So, what I'm thinking, and speaking of, it is about to be nighttime, so hopefully, yes, the bed is here. Let's go ahead and throw that down and sleep real quick. Now, I was still scouting the area out, and what I'm thinking, what I'm leaning towards, is doing some sort of tomb. Like maybe in the cave side here, or the rock side, mountainside, right there, doing like a little cave. Now, I know last season we did the foxhole, that was a straight up cave, so I'm not trying to do anything like that. I want to try and make this look more like some sort of tomb that was prepared for some mummies or something like that. So big enough to where we can fit some storage inside and also go down so we can do our mining down there. And also try to decorate it at the same time. So that's the plan. So I'm thinking we have water here, and it's off to the side. And that's another thing. I want my base to be off to the side because I want to be focused on all the building that's going to be out in this direction. But at the same time, I want to keep this ancient Egyptian theme going. So that's why I'm leaning towards doing a tomb in the wall. As we're digging this area out here, I would like to say a massive thank you to everyone who left comments in the last episode, the first episode. According to your comments, it seems like all of you are really excited about this series. A lot of you said that you love the Stargate movie and can't wait to see what I have in store. And then another portion of you also said, on top of liking Stargate, that you also liked ancient Egyptian culture, history, and have even done builds yourself in your own Minecraft worlds. So that is very exciting. I'm glad you guys are enjoying what I'm doing already. And at the same time, I feel a little bit of pressure now because I feel like I have some expectations that I need to meet. And just to recap what's going on with this season, so if I didn't say it in the first episode, for this series, Endergate is going to be loosely based off of Stargate. So it's not going to be an exact thing. We're not, I don't have plans to do a military base. I read a comment about that, asking if I was going to do that. And then also I know in the movie, as far as the villagers being primitive, the people in the movie, the city is not going to look anything like the movie. I actually want to build a town based off ancient Egyptian culture. From images I've seen and stuff like that. Especially, like I said, I mentioned Assassin's Creed. They do a lot of history. They go through their history and do their best to make things look authentic as possible. So just getting inspiration from that series as well in my builds, and then also, as I mentioned, looking things up online. So what we're taking from Stargate is the idea, again, just to recap, is that the Endermen, is it nighttime out there? Yes, that is not good. That the Endermen here are the higher intelligence, so they have the high-tech stuff. The villagers, already being pretty primitive in this game, are going to be the primitive culture here. As you know, Stargate, not the Endermen, the alien race, so I guess it would be the Gould. I don't think that was established until later on. I don't think they actually called them that in the first movie, but they captured the ancient Egyptians and then basically put them under slave labor. It was forbidden to read and to write. So let's see what we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually came out too far. So let's go ahead and put that up. So again, I just want a wall right here. So like I was saying, it's going to be loosely based off the movie. So here as we're building, the villagers are going to have very primitive, little tongue twister there, primitive builds. While when I start focusing on the Enderman stuff, they're going to be a little bit more high-techy, but we're not necessarily following the lore of Stargate. Like I said, it's just loosely based, and that's where I'm getting my inspiration from. So if there was any confusion about that, I hope that answered that question. And I don't know how deep I want to make this. Let me go ahead and focus on this real quick. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have. So we have our entrance right here. This is going to come into a 5x5 room, which leads into a 3x3 hallway, which then goes into another 5x5 room, and then we're pretty much going to repeat the pattern. We have a 3x3 hallway here, here, and these are all going to go into 5x5 rooms. Now, I might end it right here and make this where the actual tomb is, and then off to the side, I'm imagining this is where all the treasures, like the pots and stuff, would be like that. But since this is our base, I'm probably going to put in the storage system here. So storage over here, maybe storage over here, depending on how much we have. We might add some extra things. Farms, I still have yet to decide what I'm going to do for that. But that's pretty much it. I'm liking the design so far. Of course, we're going to decorate this. And that's another question I wanted to address. It hasn't been asked yet, and I'm actually surprised. But no one has asked why I'm not using the Egyptian mashup pack, so I'll go ahead and answer that anyways. So the reason I'm not using the Egyptian mashup pack, although I would have loved to because it looks amazing and would have been perfect for this series, is because I want you to be able to download this world if I want to upload it, and then you guys can download it. If I have the Egyptian mashup pack and I built in that pack, and then you guys open it up and don't have that pack, it's going to look very, very awkward. So that's why I'm choosing to build in the vanilla texture pack. Now, going back to being loosely based on Stargate, I know I keep coming back to this, but I feel like I just need to clarify because, like I said, I feel like there's some expectations now. So again, this is loosely based off of Stargate, not necessarily following Stargate. We're just using some of those things in the movie to help set up the rules for our universe here, our Endergate universe. And of course, we are taking inspiration from actual ancient Egyptian culture itself and history as far as our builds go, and the things that I want to do, such as like the farmlands. Have some other builds in mind. Don't want to spoil those too much, but farmlands are coming soon, so I will let you know about that. I got some cool ideas for that, and like I said, I want to base that off of things that I've seen, based off of history, historical things. So I think I pretty much covered that. I know, like I said, I'm being very, very repetitive, but I feel like with something like this, there are going to be a lot of questions, and I just want to clarify before a lot of people start getting disappointed, or I started getting comments down below saying, I thought this was going to be Stargate, something like that, something crazy. And like I said, I just want to clarify this up front and let you know what the season is all about and what I'm doing in this series. So we have this all finished, and I placed this in right here just to kind of give me a general idea of what I want to do. So this is where, the mummy would be resting. I think we're just going to leave this empty, and yeah, this is looking good. Now, I have began working on the entrance to this place, because inside, like I said, we do want to make this a tomb, so I do want to use sandstone. I just feel like it wouldn't be too Egyptian if I left this as stone, and it'd be very gray. Now, I know on the outside, it just doesn't blend in too well, so I'm trying to think of what I can do to make this blend in a little bit better. So, like I said, it needs to be, I feel like it needs to be like this on the outside. That way, it makes sense when we do this on the inside. I mean, it wouldn't, whoops, let's try to fix that there. And we probably need to boost ourselves up. So it wouldn't make too much sense for it to be sandstone on the outside and then not sandstone, because in my mind, this is a tomb, right? So someone went out of their way to build this into the mountainside here, so I would imagine that they would put a little effort into designing it. They wouldn't just, necessarily just cave in to the side here and then just leave it as is. They would go through the process of making it look all fancy. So hopefully over time, I guess, I'll play around with it. But like I said, it kind of sticks out, but hopefully over time it kind of just grows onto this area. I might have to do some decorating around it just to make it blend in a little better. So we'll see how that goes. I also remember in the comments from the last episode that someone mentioned that strip wood would be good for sandstone builds, and I totally agree, because that looks like it blends in pretty well, and I might have to work that inside, because I feel like that is a little bright. and we have this. We'll see what happens, but I definitely agree. Strip wood definitely blends in with the sand a little bit better, and then it kind of, it's not as drastic of a change. Like this is a brighter, whiter yellow color as compared to the brown. I'm not too good with my art terms here, but clearly there's a night and day difference. There's no transition in between, and I feel like the stripped oak provides that transition in between. And thank you for that comment. I always forget that stripped oak or stripped wood is a thing in Minecraft now. I always forget that. And now it's time for another progress update. So let's hop on inside the base here. And you can see there has been a lot of work done. Now, funny story, I was recording earlier on in the week, and I was actually going over this part right here, placing in the sandstone, placing in the terracotta, which I got from clay and turned them into clay blocks and threw them in the furnace. That's how we got the terracotta. There is a mesa kind of nearby, kind of like 10,000 blocks away. So we'll need to get there eventually. But for now, I'm just digging in the water, mining up clay. And what I was doing here is I actually tried using the stripped oak. So I had it on this side, and then I had the smooth sandstone over on this side to compare the two. Now, the stripped oak looked really good, except when I got to this section right here. It was stripped oak, and it didn't come out looking too good. So I went ahead and just swapped it out for the smooth sandstone, and I think that works a lot better. Now, another thing I was doing here, you can tell I still have some stairs I need to place in. We can actually start doing that right now while I'm talking. So I just wanted to add a little more depth to the build. And that needs to go upside down, definitely. Let's try that again. Upside down stairs. And we need to bring this back. So I think this adds a lot of texture to it. I really like the way this is turning out. And then we're going to go ahead and mine this one out. Place some stairs upside down like so. So what was going on, if you've seen right here, I really like the way this turned out. It gives depth to the build. So walking in, everything kind of just comes to a point, and I really like that. And then we got a little chiseled sandstone right up there. Originally, I had left it flat, so this was the ceiling level right here, and it kind of looked like this right here, except all sandstone. I thought that looked it didn't look good. Kind of looked like a generated Minecraft structure, like a vanilla structure. I didn't like that. I wanted some depth. So, long story short, I went ahead and went with this, and is it nighttime? Yes. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and sleep. But this is the progress update, so I think it's coming out really good. This is where the little tomb is going to go. Obviously, I had to remove it to place in the sandstone. And then we have a little bit more work to do here. And I was out earlier getting more clay, so I believe we should have enough terracotta to finish up this build. So we're going to go ahead and knock this out. And another thing to give this texture, I was thinking, I have a few of the buttons on me right here. So let's go ahead and place them in the terracotta. And terracotta on this side. So one thing I was thinking, and it'd probably look better up front to get a better idea. So just to kind of give this more texture, I think it looks good. Don't get me wrong, it looks good, but I think it looks better if I do place buttons up there like that. I don't know. I just feel like it gives it a little more texture. I'm using that word a lot. Am I using that right? A lot more texture. It gives it some, there's more going on here. It's not too much, but I think it's just enough. So I think I'll go ahead and do that to the terracotta blocks. And there we go. So we have 4 right there. Now the only thing I feel that throws this off is the little staircase thing I have going here for my little archway. But this is what it looks like. I feel like it's too close. Originally, I wanted to do it every other block. So on this side like this, I thought that would have looked a little better. But I can't do that here because of this. And I can't do it over on this end because I have the same thing repeated over here. So I'm thinking if I throw them all together like that, maybe? I don't know. What do you guys think? So let me know. Let me know down in the comments. I feel like it's too cluttered now as compared to this, where it's kind of fits in better, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just leave it for now. I'm going to go ahead and make some more buttons, and then let's go ahead and finish this room off. Alright, I have some more sandstone from the sand I've been collecting, and this creeper has been up here for the longest time. Now, interesting thing, as I recall, anytime I was in a ravine, zombies would fall on my head, creepers would fall on my head, and any mob was falling on my head and dealing me some damage. But this guy right here, like if I walk up to him, I mean he's not doing anything. It's like he wants to do something about it, like me being here, but oh no. Okay. Okay, that wasn't a good idea. But yeah, he's not leaving. The creeper's not leaving. It's just kind of following me here. Like, it wishes it could get to me, but it can't. Yeah. Very interesting. I wonder if that's something they're going to fix, or if that's something that's here to stay. We've got the side all dug out, so we can go ahead and start placing down our sandstone. And I don't think I needed to mine that area out. Sandstone goes there. Sandstone goes right up here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't need to mine that out. So let's go ahead and let's throw some cobblestone. I'm not sure if I'll expand the base any more than what it is. This is supposed to be a starter base, and I don't know if this happens with all of you, but when you say starter base, it ends up kind of being your permanent base. So I say starter base, but this might be my permanent home for the rest of the season. We shall see, though. We shall see if I can break that habit of doing that. And actually, we do need sandstone right there, because we don't want cobblestone showing, and I'm going to need some more stairs. I want to make sure I'm doing the side right. It's a little bit different because it is a side wing. It's not the main hallway, so it's not going to have the arches at the end, at least not for now. So let's go ahead and I think 12 should be good. Go ahead and place these stairs in here. So stair right there, and stairs here. And again, placing them in the wrong direction. Upside down. Come on. Alright. There. And then we knock this out. And then we're going to make this sandstone up top. Just like that. And we probably need a little bit more lighting. So let's go ahead and throw a torch right there. It kind of comes to a weird end here. I might have to throw something here on the end. We'll see. And then, of course, we do have our buttons. I said I was going to make more of those. So let's go ahead. Still playing around with this idea. I'm starting to like it a little bit more as compared to that. I'm still not sure, though. Still not quite sure about that. But we have the side room done, and then all we need to do is finish up this side. I've been tearing down this desert temple right next to the village that we saw in the last episode. So, in the beginning, there's the village right there. Hopefully they're not being attacked. But I've been lazy. I haven't really wanted to mine up or shovel up, dig up the sand. I have been doing that for a project I am working on, but I thought it would be a lot easier if I just came and started dismantling the desert temple. So I can get my sandstone, I can get my smooth sandstone, and then even my chiseled sandstone. So, yeah, I'm really glad this is nearby. And there are actually a couple more desert temples around here also, which is why I really like the seed. There is a desert temple out in that direction, I believe. There's an island out there. And then there's another desert temple somewhere out there, along with 2 other villages. So if things go bad at this village, as long as our mending villager is okay, that doesn't matter. All the other villagers can go bye-bye, because we still have 2 villages out there. And, let's see, did I miss any sandstone? Nope. Okay, we can go ahead and head back to the base. What about that? I'm liking that. This is the side wing, so I finished the other side, so both sides are now done. So here's the first side, which is very plain, doesn't look very good. And then we have this side with this little structure going right here, and I think that looks really good. Now, where does this... We can probably remove that. Put chiseled sandstone up there to get a more completed look. And maybe... What about down there? I think that's too much. Smooth sandstone? Maybe? Or maybe smooth sandstone on the sides. Yeah, I like that. Let's try that. Oh yeah. I think that looks a lot better having the smooth sandstone on the walls right there. And we can probably remove this torch and then place them right here, and that'll kind of complete this. It'll be in uniform with each other. Now, the only thing I feel that would make this really complete is if we had smooth sandstone stairs. We don't have those, do we? I'm pretty sure we don't. But yeah, smooth sandstone stairs would definitely complete this look. I think that looked really awesome. Then we probably could have placed smooth sandstone up top. We could probably still do that. We'll see how that looks. But, and also we need to do this. Yeah, I mean, I think that looks really good. We just need to do the same to the other side. Now, the only thing I'm thinking about is storage. If I'm going to place storage over here, because we have these here, we can only make it too high, which may look a little weird. I don't know, we'll get to that. We'll work that out later on. I just want to have a place to call home at the moment. And this place is coming together quite nicely. I'm really loving it. Alright, let's just finish this off. Sandstone here. Have our stairs upside down right here. Stair there. And again, placing it the wrong way. Stair there. And then a stair right there. And I think that is sandstone on the back end. Yeah, okay. And then we have our chiseled sandstone up top. And then let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I think, again, let me know what you think. I'm really liking it being this way. I think it's a little more full. And again, what we're going to do is have some storage, and I have some clay left over. I realized there was still clay in the chest, and I went out digging, searching for clay, and I had it in the chest the whole time. So what we can do with the chest, the clay in the chest, excuse me, is probably make some pots. I could probably start scattering some pots on the ground too, just to kind of give it more of a vibe, Egyptian vibe around here. So we don't have vases. These are words I don't use too often, as you can tell. Vases we can place down, and then we'll see how that goes, just to kind of give it a little bit of decoration. Because once we come into the front side here, we don't really need too much going on. It's just all for looks. And then as we get into here, like I said, we'll probably do storage or something like that. Looks like we missed this side. And I missed this side? What about this side? Okay, everything looks like it's all done, except back here. And again, it is going to be a little awkward because we do have this block there, that staircase. So only 4 can go back here. But I think this base is pretty much done. Alright, I've crafted some clay pots, so let's go ahead and place these down and see how that's looking. Maybe 2 on this side, just to kind of offset it. Maybe 1 right there. I mean, it gives it a little color on the bottom too. I do like that. And another thing I was thinking is, we want to place a dead bush in there. Maybe needs some green. And I do have shears. Let's go ahead and try that real quick. Let's grab shears and let's just go snip some grass right there. And I don't know how that's going to look inside. Because, again, this is a tomb. So if anything was placed in here, it would have been a while ago. So by now, it should have been... Oh, I guess we can't place grass in there. I thought we could. I thought we could do that. I guess not. But as I was saying, you know, this is supposed to be a tomb, so any plants or, you know, flowers that were brought in whenever would definitely be dead by now. So that's why I was thinking of doing some dead bushes. And I'm not too sure about that. Maybe just some pots. Again, I'll leave this. I'll let time decide if that's what we want to keep. But, and then maybe another pot right there. Or something like that. Just kind of, you know, scatter pots throughout the build a little bit. And I have to be sure that I'm not using all the clay in the starter base. Because we are going to have a lot of projects, especially making a village out there, a little town. So, of course, we're going to have a bunch of pots out there also. So, I'm going to have to do a lot of digging around in the water there, finding a bunch of clay. But I think this is good for now. Well, I do believe we are all out of time, but at least we got the base finished, we have a place to call home, and now I can start moving everything that I have outside, inside. Still gotta decide where the storage is gonna be, but again, I think this came out really good. I'm really happy with the way this turned out, and with that being said, this is the end of our episode. I really hope you guys enjoyed. This has been Rogue Fox, and I'm out. I'll see you later.